By now, most people that are active online must have seen the viral video where the former president Goodluck Jonathan criticized Tinubu's handling of the political crisis in Rivers State, which led to his declaring a state of emergency and subsequently suspended the elected governor, Sim Fubara, his deputy, and all the elected house members in Rivers State. It was not only Goodluck Jonathan that threw the latest salvo at Tinubu. Also, his ally, Professor Soyinka, called it a betrayal of federalism in an interview he granted to the Africa Report. Now, a media senior special assistant in the presidency has responded to the duo of Professor Soyinka and Goodluck Jonathan. He started out by referring to them as well-respected elder statesmen. He faulted their opinion on the declaration of state of emergency in Rivers State, saying that Tinubu has a responsibility to protect the integrity of the country. Blah blah blah, a lot of things he said. Now to the Laughable. He said that the Supreme Court ruled that there is no functional government in Rivers State. That was why Tinubu had to intervene to declare a state of emergency. First of all, there is nothing like this in the recent Supreme Court judgment. Second, let's even assume that it is there in the judgment. How do you justify sacking or suspending an elected governor, his deputy, and all the elected house members and replacing all of them with one man who was appointed by another man? How does this work? The worst part is that the sole administrator is now responsible for two branches of government, the executive branch and the legislative branch. Now, to what Goodluck Jonathan said, and the most important takeaway, many of the things he said have been repeated over and over again, like the issue of visa refusals and why the Nigerian passport is very weak. He said that many people think it is about the Yahoo reputation, the fraud reputation that Nigeria has. He said no, that it is about rule of law and corruption, that the world watches what is going on in Nigeria. And when they see all this, it affects our reputation, our standing in the international community. He said many things that has been repeated, like already said. But the most important takeaway is his analogy, where he said that you can't wake up someone that is pretending to be sleeping. If that person is really asleep, you don't even need to touch him. A mere clap or a bang near the person will wake him up.
If somebody is sleeping, really sleeping, you can easily wake up that person. But if the person is pretending to sleep, you find it difficult to wake up that person. The key actors in Nigeria, from executive to the legislature, luckily Senator Binta and others are here, and the judiciary, they know the correct thing to do. But they are refusing to do it. They are pretending to sleep. And waking such a person is extremely difficult because the person knows the right thing. A clear abuse of offices, clear abuse of power, clear abuse of privileges, cutting across from the three arms of government, from the executive to the parliament to the judiciary. And I always plead with our people that whatever we do affects everybody. And sometimes we do things and we think that it doesn't affect us. I've been a president before, and even after leaving office as a former president, people get to me. Why is that our passport is not valued that much? Why is that Nigerians are not given the kind of treatment we're supposed to receive at the international airports? Sometimes we think it's because of Yahoo boys or 419ers. No, not only them. Yes, they are part of the problem. But whatever happens in a country, decisions that are taken by the executive arm of government, decisions that are taken by the parliament, judicial decisions affect everybody. For example, no businessman can bring his money to invest in a country where the judiciary is compromised, where a government functionary can dictate to judges what judgment they will give. No man brings his money to invest in that economy because we are taking a big risk.
Why this is very important is because all that we have been saying, all the opposition have repeatedly said the past few years. Tinubu used to say exactly the same thing when he was in opposition. So you can't say he doesn't know what to do. You can see why he fits perfectly in Goodluck Jonathan's analogy. Tinubu is pretending to be asleep.
Equally long, suffering they tolerate for too long. Just because they are long suffering does not mean they should be forced to suffer until death comes. We, our people, we've had enough of excuses. Our people have had enough of having nothing. The current government's trademark is to throw empty words, all action at our problem, as if doing nothing will cause our troubles to live for sheer boredom. Unemployment increases. Industrialization, we have nothing. Refinery, nothing is working. Electricity, they lie. If this is the government of, if this is the government's idea of transformation, and we have none of it, we should not have any of it. Because before, we say the government of slow motion. Now, it is the government of no motion at all. If they want to stand still at the bus stop or train station and be stagnated without poverty, they have the right to do so. And we have our right to kick them out.
So you can see he knows exactly what he's doing. After saying all this when he was in opposition, he is currently doing the complete opposite. He convinced many people at the time, and the reason people were convinced was because they felt that he genuinely wanted to save the country. That his group at the time, the APC, they were after lifting Nigeria from where they were. But at the end of the day, they dropped Nigerians below where they were. Our GDP was close to $500 billion at the time. Today, they have practically reduced it to about $200 billion. So you can see he has his own agenda. And the problem is, Nigerians don't know what they are up against. These people operate like a cartel. They implant themselves in all important sectors of the economy. In fact, the oil industry has been completely taken over by these people. It will take time for Nigerians to uproot them wherever they are. They are taking over, they are like leeches, implanting themselves in all the sectors that matter. Take for instance the recent oil mining license bidding. A local company that was registered a few days before the bidding started outbid Total Energies and other foreign conglomerates. Can you imagine that? They will tell you, is it not better a local company is operating in the oil industry in Nigeria? Should we always hand everything over to foreigners? No, don't listen to them. It is about experience. Do they have the experience? Do they have the funds to execute it? They are just implanting themselves in all lucrative sectors of the economy. They are not interested in growing the economy. All they want is to be earning money from all the sectors. Another huge example is the award of the Coastal Highway. The contract is worth over $10 billion. Tinubu awarded this contract to his associate, and the same company, his son, is a shareholder in this company. So he practically awarded this contract to himself. So as the port renovation contract, he has also awarded to the same man and company. So you can see it is revolving around them. They are just taking over everywhere. It will take Nigerians years to uproot these people. That's if it is very possible. The opportunity Nigerians have is in 2027 to make sure that they take it as a do-or-die affair, to make sure that whoever wants to rig election will understand that election will not be rigged. Yes, it is that serious, but many people don't yet realize this. The damage they've done to Nigeria the past 2 years alone. Imagine what they will do the next 2 years, and in the next 6 years, that's if they are re-elected in 2027. So Nigerians must never give up. Don't ever fall for that narrative that anyone is undefeatable. No, don't ever fall for it. These are ways they use to push narrative to discourage Nigerians from even participating in the election, from having no interest in what is going on. They want to focus your attention somewhere else while they are busy implanting themselves even in your local government area. You don't see it, but it is happening. They are taking over. Unlike during Buhari's administration, they just came, all his men and associates, they were interested in looting whatever they could grab. They took everything, and when Buhari left, all of them left the scene. But this one wants to stay till eternity. He's implanting his people. Look at the way he has made all appointments. Many of the appointments are people he is sure he has confidence in them 100%. So this is an existential threat to many Nigerians. If you know how better you were doing in as near as 2022, you should also know how you are doing right now. It is not your fault. You've done your best and you continue to do your best. The problem is from them, the managers of the economy, Tinubu himself, who removed petroleum subsidy. They have killed the naira. Yes, it's virtually worthless right now. So nothing you can do, even if you start earning 2 million naira per month, it will never be enough. That's why many Nigerians are on survival mode today. That's exactly where they want you to be, to focus on your survival so that you wouldn't care what they are doing, how they are implanting themselves everywhere, pillaging the economy, everything. But Nigerians must learn how to refocus. Focus on that existential threat, that thing you recognize as the enemy that is after your life. You must focus on that enemy and fight it. Yes, this is no game. This is no laughing matter. This is about life and death for many Nigerians. So Nigerians must take it seriously, especially the 2027 presidential election. You must put in all your best. The problem we have is that many people have this defeatist mentality that someone else will come and do it for them, that one savior will come and save them. No, you have to rise up and save yourself. Look at even smaller countries, neighboring countries. They rise up and save themselves. They don't wait for anyone to come and lead the protest or lead anything, any revolution, anything at all. No, they take their destiny in their own hands. Nigerians must learn to do that. Maybe it is because we are over-religious, despite the fact that that religion never reflects in our lives. We have the most looters among the most religious countries. Anyway, let's hope that Nigerians will stop making excuses and recognize how deep in a mess they are so that they will stop digging or chasing rats while their house is on fire. Make hay while the sun shines. Thanks for watching.